What's up, Raider Nation? Eldridge Bell here, doing a recap of what happened on Sunday. I watched the game a couple of times, the Browns and the Raiders, and I'm excited because I was nervous. You know, we haven't won on the East Coast. We haven't won a road game, and it seems like forever. But yet we went to Cleveland, Eastern Time Zone, came out with a victory. And I want to give credit to one of the coaches because he got flamed after the first game with the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's Bill Musgraves. Because the past 2 weeks, the offense has looked almost like a machine. I mean, they kind of bogged down at the end of the game against the Browns, but for the most part, he put the players in position to win. Cooper, Crabtree, Seth Roberts, Andre Holmes. He spread out the Cleveland defense and took advantage of man because Cleveland Browns played mostly man. So he put him in a position to win. Kudos for great play designs from Bill Musgrave. So got to give him credit. And what a difference 2 weeks makes, because before everyone was like, man, it's the same old Raider team, same old losing ways. And now all of a sudden there's hope. Whew! So kudos to Bill Musgraves. And I want to give credit to the offensive line because they, like Bill Musgraves, was getting flamed. That they said they couldn't block. The left side was the strong side of the defense of the offensive line. But honestly, in the last 2 weeks, and specifically this game, the right side held its own. I was very impressed with how they pass blocked, even when the Cleveland Browns sent a bunch of blitz packages. So kudos to the offensive line showing some chemistry and gelling. Whew! If they can keep progressing and do some more work in the run game, man, this could be a dangerous offense. And I want to talk about Tramon Williams and James Jones's comments that they said that Derek Carr has traits that remind them of Aaron Rodgers. And you know what? It's kind of lofty. That's a lofty comparison, but I kind of do see it the way Derek Carr moves his feet, the way he's mobile, and the way he slides in the pocket. I do see some shades of Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying that he's on par with Aaron Rodgers or even within 50% of Aaron Rodgers yet, but if he keeps trending upward, who knows? He could be the next Aaron Rodgers. So hopefully that we'll see that trend to continue to rise. But I was very impressed with Derek Carr, and what a difference the regular season makes from the preseason. Because in the preseason he missed a lot of throws. I thought he didn't look comfortable, but in this game specifically, he looked comfortable. He went through his progressions. He still missed a couple of throws. Specifically, I thought he should have made that one throw to Amari Cooper on a 3rd and 5 at the end of the game before the Browns got the ball back. I thought that was a throw he should have had, but he made a lot of great throws, and specifically the highlight of his best throws were to Seth Roberts on that touchdown. That was an elite throw. So if he can keep making plays like that, it's going to be looking good for the Raider Nation. So excited. Now, let's get to Latavius Murray. That man, I don't know what the coaches were thinking in the previous regime, but they must be blind because this man has talent. I know he didn't have a lot of success in the first quarter, but in that second and third, he was going to work, and he proved that he has toughness, he has vision, and he's very extremely hard to bring down at 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", 230. So that man's a beast, and if we can keep feeding him the ball, that will make our offense more balanced. So we need to do that. And then kudos again to Bill Musgraves for keeping with the run, because they weren't having a lot of success in the first part of the game, but that proved to be wrong. That proved to change in the later as the game progressed, where he got 139 yards and a touchdown. So kudos to Latavius Murray finally getting his chance and making the most of it, and Bill Musgraves actually sticking with the run. So kudos. Now, let's switch over to the defense, because the defense has been getting flamed, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I'm not saying that they shouldn't get flamed, but I'm starting to see signs of this defense really improve. You saw throughout the game that they were able to apply pressure without blitzing a lot. I mean, Aldon Smith, he's getting his legs under him. I know he's rusty because he didn't have OTAs, he didn't have training camp, he didn't have preseason as well. But you see him getting consistent pressure. You see Khalil Mack getting consistent pressure, and Ken Norton Jr. said it best. He said, "You know what? The sack's going to come, and they're going to come in bunches. And they got 5 sacks against the Cleveland Browns. So kudos to the defensive line. Dan Williams, we already know what he is. He's very special defensive tackle. So if we can just keep that momentum going and swing upward where we can actually get more of those sacks, I'll be impressed. I mean, the defensive line played a great game. Linebackers played a great game, especially on that goal line stance. Curtis Lofton, he had a great stop on the running back. Malcolm Smith had a great hit on a tight end where that would have been a touchdown, but he hit him just right and the ball popped out. So that was a good thing. The linebackers are getting better. They're getting better. The DBs, I know they're a scary situation. And I want to talk about DJ Hayden because, yes, he dropped a pick. He should have had the pick, but I guess that's why he plays DB. But I see some slight progression from DJ Hayden. I mean, he got beat once. Thank God Josh McCown overthrew Travis Benjamin. But for the most part, DJ Hayden's always in the right spot. You're starting to see him turn his head more. And he got beat on Sunday by the great throws. I mean, the one to that sideline throw to I believe it was Travis Benjamin or Gabriel. That was a great throw because he was right there. If that ball is an inch in, that's a tip pass. So he's getting himself in better position. I think his confidence is growing. I don't know how I feel about TJ Carey moving to safety. I don't know. It wasn't like he was bad at the safety, but I just don't know. I feel like we need more help at corner, but he did have a good game. Nico Thorpe, he had a so-so game. Charles Woodson, I thought before the interception, I thought he took a bad angle on the Barnage touchdown. And let me give some credit to Barnage because I said in my previous video that man he doesn't scare you. And what happens on Sunday? This man has a career freaking day. I don't know what it is with the tight ends and the Raiders defense. It's like we don't care about tight ends. They can score. They can score. But thankfully, Charles Woodson came back. He redeemed himself and had a great pick, a game-sealing pick. And I wanna say how the Raider team took a huge step because Charles Woodson was absolutely right in the post game. In years past, Raiders would always they wouldn't always, but they would go into games that they shouldn't have won, and then all of a sudden they lose a lead in the fourth quarter, or the momentum will swing to the opposing team, and the Raiders wouldn't make plays to win the game. And the Raiders have done that in the last 2 weeks against the Ravens. They go on a game-winning drive led by Derek Carr, makes great throws, makes some great reads, and the next week, the Browns come charging back. And it's a 7-point game. The offense can't punch it in. They can't get points to seal the game. So guess what? It's on the defense that's been much maligned. And the Browns were marching them. They weren't coming with a lot of stops. But I will give the defense credit. The defense did get a couple sacks that I thought took the offense out of rhythm. And finally, Charles Woodson came with a play that we didn't make. The Raiders didn't make those plays last year and years previously. So kudos to the Raiders showing some resolve. You see Jack Del Rio's confidence exuding throughout his team. And hopefully we can build on this and the defense can be even better next week against the Chicago Bears. So that's my analysis for the game and then my thoughts for the game as well. Tell me what you think. Tell me what I missed in terms of analysis and tell me what you think we should improve on going into this Sunday against the Chicago Bears. Please leave comments and or suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Let It Rip Sports Show. Thanks again for watching.